Hello. So finally got back out. It's been so damn long, but come back up here to Reedy Creek. Waters are much lower than last time I was here. I think that was about 6 months ago when I made the video Raging Reedy Creek, I think I called it. But yeah, just arrived, just gone for a quick walk upstream. Had a look at some areas that were just completely submerged last time, so we're looking pretty good now. I'm pretty excited to get stuck into it. So yeah, I'll just set up my camp, get the tent set up and all that jazz, and then I'm gonna get stuck straight into it. I've got about 3 or 4 days here, so lots of time to relax and get stuck into it. Hopefully get some good gold too. This was all pretty much underwater last time I was here. All that metal stuff. Couldn't see any of these rocks. But yeah, looking alright now. There's lots of open areas. Hopefully all those floodwaters will have deposited a nice bit of gold. You can pretty much see here how high the floodwaters got during the winter time. So the water's probably about 2 meters down from the camera there. And this rock that I'm standing on, and you can see all this stuff, all this light material that's been deposited from floodwaters. So 2 meters of water. I should think that would have moved a bit of gold around. And I'm pretty excited to have a look what's out there. I mean, straight off the bat, down there behind that big rock, water was absolutely rushing over that last time. And I mean, I could see a lot of material down there, a little sandbar. But I mean, behind there I imagine would be possibly killer gold. So pretty excited to get stuck in. I just arrived, so I'm gonna keep having a bit of a look around, but it's looking good. Alright, so I've just started up. I've taken a few pans from around the place, some likely spots. Took one from down there, not much in there. Took a bit of a stroll over here. Saw that little patch down in there. I like the look of it. So yeah, I dug just out of the middle of that, dug down a couple of layers and got down there and took a pan, showed a few pieces of gold. So I'm just gonna fill up a bucket, 20-litre bucket, run it through the sluice, see how we're looking. Unfortunately don't have the highbanker today or at all this weekend. I'm in the process of modifying that at the moment, so it's going to be a few weeks till I can get that out, but seeing that down there makes me want the highbanker because there's a lot of material there that I can just easily pump through. But oh well, next time highbanker is going to be better than ever, so once that's up and running. Anyway, I'll get to it and show you what I get from that one bucket. Alright, filled up just about half a 20-litre bucket. Set up the sluice here. Excuse me. It's not ideal, but I mean, I'm getting some movement in the first riffle. Subsequent riffles are looking pretty good. Just put 3 handfuls through already, saw a little bit of gold in there, so good start. But yeah, I'll put that all through and then I'll pop it into a pan. I'll show you what I get from that first bucket and that first little dig. Okay, first half bucket, about 10 litres. Run through the sluice, straight off the bat. I don't know if you can see, but there's a couple of little bits of gold around. As per usual, ton of black sand in that first ripple. You can see a couple of little bits of gold in there. Yeah, I'll pop that in the pan now. Pan it down a bit. Alright, results in from that first bucket. Just going to focus. Okay, results in. Yeah, a little bit of gold there. Mostly that pile there. Looks sort of all gold around there, all around there. Some smaller bits down in that stuff. Yeah, not great, not amazing, not horrible. If I moved all that material down there, I'd get a fair bit of gold, but I might go have a look around somewhere else just for the fun of it, since I've got days to check out the whole area. Alright, took a little test pan from behind that rock there. It's down in there, and again, small pan, a few specks of gold, so yep, time to fill another bucket up and another half bucket and do another test with that. Again, I'll show you at the end what I get. Alright, so just ran through that half a bucket or thereabouts from that last spot I showed you, and that's what we got there from it. You can see that. So yeah, not great. That last spot I tried was probably better, last half bucket, but anyway, I'll keep searching for another spot. If I need to, I can always go back to the first one. Okay, so there's these, as you can see, these moss piles all over the rocks. See hundreds of them over there. I just like pulled one off and noticed it was just full of sand, as you can see. So just for the fun of it, I thought I'm going to grab a bunch of those, pan them off and see if there's any gold in there. Alright, so collected about a pan's worth of material of that moss, as you can see. Wet it up now. I'm just going to quickly feed it through the sluice there, because it's right there. Alright, let's pop it through quickly. Black sand in there already. It's tough with all the moss in there. Yeah, a fair bit of black sand in there already. Some little handfuls. A couple of little bits of gold in there, and a couple in the riffle. Might be onto something here. Okay, I'll pop the rest through and then I'll show you at the end. So I finished putting that single pan through from all the moss and crap ton of black sand, and not much else, because obviously there's not a lot of big stones in there, but I can see a fair bit of gold actually in that first riffle, even a little bit in this third one, so it might be interesting. Anyway, have a look at that. Not looking too bad. I'll get into a pan and we'll have a closer look. Alright, results from the moss pan, and if you remember that was just one single pan. That's the gold we got. It's hard to see because of the glare, but it's actually pretty good. All that's gold, just one pan, mostly really fine stuff, I guess, as you'd expect, being stuck in the moss, but there's a couple of chunkier bits in there for Reedy Creek. So yeah, that was not a bad result, at all. See if I can fill up a bucket. I reckon it'll be crazy to see how much I'll get from a bucket. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll fill up a bucket There's tons more moss all about the place, so I'll yeah, go along with that, fill up the bucket. I reckon we'll be laughing after that. Got a little friend here joining me as I dig. There he goes. Alright, so I'm doing that hole. I'm going to fill a bucket up as much as I can with all the moss stuff. Thought I'd show you how I'm doing it. So that's what it kind of looks like. I've just got myself like a nice tough little stick here. Breaking it all up. And once I've done that, usually with 2 hands, but just scoop it up into the bucket. Now, quite annoyingly, I can't find my brush, so I can't clean this as nice as I can, so I just have to do the best that I can with my hand. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I mean, you saw that last one I did, that turned out pretty good, so yeah, I've just done this whole little rock here. I've finished off these few bits, get that stuff up there. Oh, we've got a little friend over there as well. Hello. Anyway, yeah, I'll just finish off this rock, head back over there where I got that last one from, get a bunch off there. That should fill me up, and then I'll put that through the sluice, and I reckon we're going to do quite well for a single 20 litre bucket anyway. Alright, time will tell. Alright, so much for getting a whole bucket's worth. It's pretty hard work, and it takes a long time. So I cleaned out a bunch of that rock, and a few more from over there. I've got probably about 5 litres of material there, so I'll just wet that all up, pop it through the sluice, and see if it's as fruitful as I think it will be. I reckon that'll be as much gold as I got from any of those previous full buckets anyway, so we'll have a look. Alright, I popped that 5 litres or so through. So you can see some gold in there. No more than last time, to be honest, but we'll see once we get it in the pan, but as you can see, a crap ton of black sand. Pretty much packed out that first ripple. Anyway, into the pan we go. And the results from that 5 or so litres of moss. That's what we got there. Is it gonna focus? It's a bit hard to see, but there's tons of fine stuff. Heaps of really fine stuff. And a bit more around in the sand that I can't get out, but yeah, not as good as that first one, but I mean 5 litres of material, that's pretty good. If I ever feel like not getting wet, I can just do that. Well, I've just done something rather silly. It's getting towards the end of the day. I've just been running a few buckets and decided I'd do one more bucket before I pack it up and have my dinner and stuff before it gets dark. And of course, look around for the snuffer bottle. Nowhere to be seen. It's gone. So that was probably about 5 or 6 buckets worth in that snuffer bottle. Probably half of the gold I've got so far since I've been out here, so half a day wasted. Fan-bloody-tastic. I don't know, what a pain in the ass. Well, light is fading on day 1. Hopefully tomorrow goes a little bit better and I don't lose all my gold halfway through the day, or towards the end of the day. But life's pretty good right now. Living it up.